It was the day after my mother-in-law's 90th birthday party. We were sitting in the living room, surrounded by beautiful flowers and floating balloons above us from the party that was the day before. While we were chatting, out of the corner of my eye, I saw movement. And it was this one balloon from the whole bevy of balloons at the ceiling that started to come down. It was so I don't know what's the word, inevitable. It looked so fatalistic, so final. This little balloon had lost its fight against gravity. It didn't have enough helium anymore, and it was just gradually floating downwards. It fascinated me, and it reminded me of the image I always use when I speak to teams about looking after yourself, making sure that you have got what it takes to keep floating, to have enough helium to overcome the gravity. We use the example of a pilot in a small plane who flies the plane, and the most important gauge they watch is the gas gauge. And there's not a pilot on this planet who would, once the gas gauge starts showing empty, would not find a place to land, to refuel. Pilots know if they don't land when the fuel gets low, disaster is going to happen. They're going to crash, or they're not going to have enough to get to their destination, and it's just not going to end well. The problem, though, is that we as people, we as leaders, sometimes realize our gas tanks are getting empty. But we keep going. We tell ourselves, you got to be strong, you got to face this, you got to just push through this, and then you'll be able to rest, or you just need to get this thing done, and just think this thing, and the one thing leads to the other, and we just push forward. Disaster follows. Not only do we get depleted, we're not our best selves, we may be losing our temper for anything, we may be missing crucial details because we're not our strongest selves. But we are taught to keep going and be strong and just work through it. Now, I teach my teams that if you have that behavior in yourself, to recognize that and to know that you've got to get your gas tank filled up. I also teach the teams to be on the lookout for each other. If you see your colleague showing these behaviors of just pushing through, of going despite all that's going around them and just trying to do everything all at the same time with their gas just running lower and lower, your job as a good teammate is to tell that person, listen, I've got this, I'll help you to do this, you need a rest, you need to go fill up your gas tank again. So I want to challenge you, ask you, beg you to think of where's your gas tank right now. Have you got enough fuel in your tank? Do you regularly refuel yourself? Do you have the energy? Do you have the emotional strength? Do you have everything you need to be the best version of yourself? If not, start thinking of how can you replenish your energy? How can you replenish this mindset of yours that you come to a place where you're strong and you're quiet and you're relaxed and you're able to be your best self? Think of yourself. Otherwise, you'll also be like this little balloon that just lost the fight against gravity. The next day it was on the floor, and a day later it was joined on the floor by all the other little balloons who'd lost their helium. It's inevitable, but we can also replenish ourselves and rise up again. So think about this, think about yourself, think about your team members, think about your family members. Who needs to refuel themselves? Help them to do that, and you'll have a joyful time. Have a great week.